Hello. Willow, I think I keep getting the blame. I keep taking the credit somehow for the lizard. There's 300,000 points of lizard. They're there, but when you pixelate everything, it doesn't stand out as well. People keep pointing to me as the originator of the lizard, of the sudden lizard craze, and no, it's not me. It's Willow. Also, please enjoy this new redeem, Lizard Party. I don't think it stacks. I don't know how Twitch built-in alert. Oh gosh, we can't move for lizards in here. It's just gonna go. I think it lasts for like. Well, now I need to look. How long does Lizard Party work? Oh, and also, I've also got we've got a new emote special for tonight. Let's see here. Channel points, Lizard Party, general settings. 22 seconds. So every 3 Lizard Parties gets us a minute of Lizard Party. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, close to 5 minutes of Lizard Party. Okay, I think I am learning a little bit about Twitch's native alert. So this is a Twitch native alert. We played around with that earlier. There he is. Which the way those work, it's like follow notifications, in which if you have a bunch at once, they will just queue up and you will get one notification pop up, then it will go away, and then the second will come up, and then it will go away. They don't overlay. And that is very much by design. What am I looking at here? A GIF. Oh, there it is. That's the one. It did not. I don't know how, but somehow you copied a link to the image. I have no idea how you managed to do that. Well, that's fun. You don't have the. You might have to refresh because I only enabled it after the intro was done. Or you can manually type out Dobbs W Lizard with a capital L. But now we can have lizards. And you know what? You know what else I think would work? I haven't tried this yet, but I think this would work. Does this work? Let's see. Oh, how is this gonna work? Oh, it's gonna queue up. Oh, interesting. Because it's on one alert box. Ah. So Twitch makes it weird. You create an alert box, and then within that alert box, you set up multiple notifications. We're gonna get a jump scare citation later. It's great. I love that they're still going. I love that the lizards, you guys have queued up a lot of lizards here. Dupu, thank you for that giant lizard. So there's going to be a citation, and then there's going to be another 20 seconds of lizards, and then another citation. This is great. Germdove, thank you for the giant lizard. How do you get the giant one? That is not available on mobile, as far as I know. That is a power-up. Yeah, it's 10 bits. It's a new feature that Twitch rolled out over the last year, I guess. It's really silly. Can I do them? Can I do these? Can I make this happen? No charge since this is your channel. Perfect. Well, we'll just do this. Now it's a real mess in here. Ooh, wizards. Okay. here's our back room. A round of applause. Thank you, Germ Dove. You can't even see them on mobile. That's too bad. Oh, you mean the animated ones don't show up. All right. So let's get into it. What a lizard day. We're on the wrong side of the tracks here. I did see Lizard Machine in the list of recommended channels, and I was like, does Twitch know? Oh, there was. We got it. And now another lizard party. They have toes, but it's artistically simplified. We're gonna have lizard parties all night. So this is the first draft on this area. Is you just go across and up. And then across the catwalk. And then you're there to the exit. And that's pretty good, but I want to change this a bit. More lizard party, more lizard party. Keep them coming. Get those points out. The thing I don't like about this is like the first area after you get to the hub. So it's gonna be pretty early on. Oh geez. I mean, what else are you gonna spend your, what do you have? What do you have? 500,000 points right now? What are you at? Something ridiculous, I'm sure. If I can save up 600,000 points on Dupu's channel twice, then I'm sure you guys are at ridiculous amounts. Germ Dove is throwing the biggest lizard party known to man. Here's the fun thing. What do you mean twice? Have I only done it once? Okay, well, I'm going to do it twice. It must be once then. I could do it a second time if you refund me 666,000 points. If you refund me those points, I know exactly where they're going. Okay, so this area is very early on. I don't want there to be a threat for missing the jump. I want this to be more of a training ground, but also you're coming from over here. There's gonna be a door like right over here. So there's bound to be water right here. So we're gonna shift things around. Maybe put the jump over on this side. Impossible. Yeah, I think that's more of it, is I just never spend points on anything except for 6. It's very silly. Oh, what I was about to say. The dumb thing about this being a Twitch alert, okay, one lizard party wrapping up, is that it would be fairly easy to just hand over the HTML and CSS. Sure. Let's. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy in here, huh? All right. Yeah. Why not? Do I even need the controller? I guess I should keep it in case I need to do moderation. Or adjust volumes or things, or switch the playlist. Thought Lizard Miss was over. You thought wrong. So it wouldn't be out of the question to just hand someone... Hey, Captain. To just hand someone the CSS and HTML and let them upload it to the Twitch alert for their own stream. And then anybody can have a lizard party. Well, it's the Twitch alert, it's the the alerts HTML, CSS, and an image file. Lizard skin for the bike? What? Why does the bike need to look like a lizard? I'm perplexed, really. But yeah, that could be one option there, is that other people could... I wish that Twitch made it... And maybe they do have a setting like this. But I would really like it if they had the ability to export a completed alert as like a zip that you could then upload on someone else's stream. So like, if I had an alert that I made that I'm very proud of, where'd all the lizards go, by the way? I don't see any lizards. I'm not seeing enough lizards out there. Come on, let's see some lizards. This lizard party doesn't have to stop. Oh my gosh, I'm deleting the economy. It would be really, I think it would be a useful feature if I made a lizard party and I was like, hey, if anybody wants this, here's the configuration zip for it, and then they could just plop it into Twitch. Because Twitch, like they lock down the code pretty well. They do queue. They don't stack. What you are seeing is a single lizard party. That is how dense one lizard party is. I wanted to randomize it. It's difficult because they sanitize it so much. They even trim out comments. They don't even let you save comments in your HTML or CSS. It's really interesting. Like, they obviously trim out any inline JavaScript in your HTML. I found out they also trim out inline CSS. Like, you can't do my element style equals this. You have to put your CSS in the CSS file, and the HTML is no styling. You can apply classes and IDs, and that's it. Sound for it would be amazing. I'm sure that's... Ooh. I'm sure it's doable. The question is, how doable is it? I haven't touched Box.js in ages, but I'm certain there is some kind of code for on collision or something. Because right now I'm not doing anything special for collisions. Like, it doesn't even detect who wins. You may or may not have noticed. It does not know who wins. All it does is display who it is currently hovering above. Once it hits the bottom, that's not a special case. It's just left to the viewer to read and decide, like, I see who wins. So it's very low tech, but it's fine. Oh, but what I wanted to do with the lizard party, I wanted to randomize the lizards. You can't. This looks like a random assortment of lizards. I will show you the code for this, because you'll see why this is dumb. So this is why I can't easily transfer over the raid alert without losing a little bit of the fun. I can do it. It would be nice. I would like to drop my alert system from my bot. It's not good. The way that it queues up things is not great. That's true. There should be more lizards for the lizard party. All the streams. How many streams do you think there are? Great, more lizard parties. If anything, I should reduce the cost of lizard party to 300 to make it something that someone who follows for the first time can immediately spend their points on. Let's see if we can do that. I can't do that. Wait, maybe I can do that? Can I copy paste anything from here? I need to copy paste the number 300. Someone type 300. I'm going to copy paste it with my controller. Wait, how do I copy paste on this? How do you right click? No. Start typing 3. Give me a 3. Oh, oh, catch it. Double click. Right click, copy. Different tab, scroll down. Lizard party. Double click the cost. Right click, oh, double click cost. Right click paste. Save. Boom. 1. It would be very silly if that was a one, like maybe like 1 for like 1 lizard if we could set that up. you're gonna kick Day. Just remove her moderator status for the bit. Never. Mods, party is lizard. Oh. I need to show you the code for the lizard party. So the current raid alert system and the follow notification and the subscribe notifications, they're all very dumb. Oh no. Now I have to remod Al. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes of bike. Oh, he wasn't a mod. That's surprising. He's just a regular guy. He's got the night off. Wouldn't dare do it again. Oh no. Mad with power. So, for those not familiar with web development, the front end is really built on 3 separate pillars. They are not equally important. There is definitely a most important. At the foundation, you have the HTML, which is kind of a nested list of elements to show on the page. This could be if you think of like really old web, like early 90s, this was your basic header text, paragraph, link, paragraph, maybe an image file, paragraph, subheader, etc. And it does get more complex than that. Okay, there we go, 10 minutes. It does get more complex than that. But that's the general idea, is that HTML is just, here's a list of things to show. Meanwhile, you have CSS. Thank you for that giant lizard, Dooku. CSS, which is how to make things look differently. At its basic, like, intro to web dev course, change the color of this paragraph, change the size of the font on this header, change the position of this link to be further to the right, things like that. And then JavaScript is for things that actually have to have some kind of condition, some kind of code around it. This would be things like when the user scrolls past a certain point, show this advertisement, that sort of thing. And then things got really complex. JavaScript got worse and worse and worse for a while because it was used for things it really was not built for. And then it got better again. It got a little bit better, not much, but a little bit. Thank you for that, Lizard Party. But that's the general idea. Is HTML is here's what's on the page. CSS is here's how it looks, color, size, shape, visibility, anything like that. Yeah, everything was server side, and then people got really up in arms about wanting to have single page applications, and everything got really stinky. And now we do server logic in JavaScript. What a fun twist. What a fun twist. I love Angular. Angular's so cool. I love React. Node.js was a mistake. It's true. So, Twitch alerts, these native alerts, like the citation, for instance, there's no JavaScript. Twitch gives you two things. They let you edit the HTML and the CSS. Reason Lizard. Reason Lizard. Wait, what? Did the stream crash? No. So let's look at my alerts here. If I can bring this up. All right. The citation. A lot of this is the boilerplate stuff from Twitch that I just didn't bother erasing because I was a little bit worried about it. All right, so check it out. There's the citation HTML. It's an alert class that contains an image, a header, a body, a footer, and then I use some magic here to actually make it look like the, oh wait, we can get rid of this. To make it actually look like the whatchamacallit. A Godot overlay? Yes. Chip has a really nice one that's very feature complete, does lots of fun things. I have reasons for not wanting to do it. A Godot overlay. I'll get into those in a little bit. You turn off the Steam controller before I do something dumb with it. So the big magic here is keyframes for doing CSS animation. Well, then you better go start it. These let me move things in a timed fashion. You know, move it from here to here. When the animation is this far through, do this. When it's this far through, do that. So here's the idea in my head was I want to spawn like 60 lizards randomly, either at the top or the bottom, and have them go to a random point at the bottom or top, with a slight variance on speed and size. And that's it. Seems pretty simple. Seems straightforward, doesn't it? It's not. Because, as mentioned, we don't have access to any way to do random for a Twitch alert. There's a caveat to that. I'll get to it. So Lizard Party. Here's the lizard. Here's the lizards. Here they are. We have classes for different positions, different delays, different speeds of wiggling their little legs. Yeah, Dupu. Yeah. Now, this is generated. I wrote code to write this code because I'm not doing that, of course. And I wrote code that would automatically create this CSS, such as, all right, if you're lizard in position 0, that means you need to be pointed this way and traveling from this location and this thing and that, you know, you get it. So rotation controls which way we point our lizard. Scale controls the size of the litter using a transform, and then how far over to the left does the lizard start. Now, why do we have to do this? It's because I can't just generate this with JavaScript, because Twitch alerts don't give you access to JavaScript. Like I said earlier, the only thing they expose to you is you can edit the HTML and you can edit the CSS, but you can't do any logic that is JavaScript, which is how I do almost all my old alerts. It's all JavaScript. Like I'll do CSS for the animations because it's very smooth and silky compared with JavaScript animations. I mean, I don't want to install jQuery for one thing. Can you use triple asterisk tags? Let's see here. Is that a CSS selector? Is that an HTML tag? What is that? It is HTML. Let's see here. What is that? That's ungoogleable. I'm looking for triple asterisk. Like that sounds like it's some kind of wild card character, but I don't know. Thank you, Willow. That's very complimentary. The fact that I made this is evidence contrary, but I appreciate the thought. Like, this is all the lizard does. Go from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen. And also loop with the crawl animation. Not loop, but... And then, this is fun. The image is actually 2-frame, and it's happening in CSS. This is the lizard image that's on the screen. That's going look. It's doing top half, bottom half, top half, bottom half using CSS. You can actually do that in CSS with what is it? Step-based animation. That's a lot of them. Those are some good lizard emotes. I'm glad that Dobbs Lizard gets to join the party. I still don't know what that is. A triple asterisk tag. I'm not seeing anything on Google for that. Oh, script tag. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it drops that completely. It's not displayed. Oh, I had a fun time trying to figure out what Twitch is doing when I was talking something with Inu about HTML. I don't remember what we were discussing, but I noticed on his chat display, it got filtered. I was like, that's weird. Well, does it filter this? Well, does it filter that? And I think we found the minimum example was like open angle bracket and then a character might have been enough. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly how it happens. Yeah, they hard filter it. They are very paranoid about any unsanitized chat getting through. And I mean, that the backend team is probably being very defensive for a good reason. Oh, weird. wonder if I can make this much. That's fine. That's fine. Thanks, Snail. So then is it... Oh, so is it specifically script? But no, it strips script. Script. Uh-oh, Snail. Watch out, you're getting dangerously close. So one thing Twitch offers you, and I haven't looked into this much, but if you have multiple alerts set for the same condition, you can randomize to, and I think it picks up one, which is fine, I guess. It's weird. It's weird. I'm not super on board with it. I wish they gave me even just like some kind of they give you some curly bracket replacement strings. They will hand you who redeemed it and if there's a message attached. So, for example, I'll show you what that looks like. So this gets replaced by whoever actually redeemed the citation. This gets replaced by what the actual message was. And for raids, you get one more for how many people are in the raid. And that's it. It's fine. But like if I wanted a random number of lizards, like every time you click it, you get between 5 and 100 lizards randomly chosen. It would be really painful to do that. And I can't find a way yet. Anywhere between 5 and 7 lizards. Exclusive. So anyway, that's the issue. That's the tricky thing. That's the issue I have with Twitch alerts as they stand right now. Now the issue with my built-in alerts that I've got plugged in with my bot, it's worse because it's a local web page that's not running on a server. But I am trying to give it data. I looked really hard to see if there is some way, any way at all, that I could... No, you cannot. You cannot. Script tag gets trimmed out. And comments as well. And I don't like script tag. I understand they're trying to be very cautious. Comments, I don't know what they're worried about with that, but sure, why not? So when you are, what is it? The like follow alerts and stuff. I have a locally running web page, but it's not running on a server. It's just a static HTML page. But I have full control, so I can run JavaScript on it. How do I get data into that page? Like when a follow comes in, how do I plug some data in? The answer may surprise you. It is, I have a placeholder section in the HTML, or I guess it's in the JavaScript section. And I edit the file. My bot edits the file when a new alert comes in that needs to be displayed. And that page maintains a local storage list of alerts that have already been displayed. And if it determines that there are currently no alerts to display, it'll wait a couple seconds and then refresh itself. And then if it does determine there are alerts to display, it will pop them up, mark them as done in its local storage, and then refresh itself. Which is a terrible way to do it, but there's not a lot of other easy ways to get nice silky smooth CSS animations in OBS as a local browser source. And and even a non-local browser source, I'd have to have some kind of server running that's listening for data, and I don't want to deal with network stuff. I really don't. I would rather do this awful kludge than deal with network stuff. So anyway, that's a good reason to move away from the local alert system I've got and move towards Twitch alerts. But now we're talking. But the page doesn't know what alerts are coming in. It doesn't know. I'm just gonna pass in the entire HTML as a parameter. Okay, I want the player to be going right instead of left. That's the, yeah, good. We got there. So how do we do this? How are we gonna do this? I need the water to be to the left of the entrance. But then I want this to be over on the left, and then you go up, and then you catwalk across to here. Somewhere around here. Here-ish. When you go to a web page, if you look in the address bar, basically anything that comes after the question mark. Someday we can do a deep dive on this topic, but not tonight, because we have to get something done tonight. But thou must get something done tonight. Like I can jump over and then come back around. Keep that lizard party rolling. Okay, just move things around for now. Move some things around for now. Okay, so scale here. Let's change that to 6. No, unlock and then 6. I'm gonna try my very best. I was thinking tonight, like, oh gosh, how am I gonna build this entire game 2 hours every other night? That's not possible, right? That can't be done. And I don't know. I just don't know. We're gonna do our best, but it's gonna be a tough one. Anything is possible. Let's hope so. Okay, so maybe catwalk here, and then like a little ledge up here that you're trying to get to. Might take 3 years. It might. It very well might. Rotating platform. Both of you guys. Move over here. Except swap places. Wiggly one first, and then you. Oh yeah, it could be a door from the catwalk. That's possible. I'm okay with a door in the catwalk. Okay. Duplicate. There's where you're heading. That should be too high to get out of, I hope. Let's see. Then raw Godot. Godot on its own is quite a challenge, admittedly. Lizard party, lizard party, lizard party, lizard party. I need some kind of audio to go with the lizard party. Okay, here we go. Oh, that counts as water? It certainly should not. It certainly should not count as water. Oh, look at that. There was a little bit of water there. Lizard party, lizard party, lizard party. Oh, have a good night, Willow. Hope you get to feeling better. Oh, see, this isn't good. This is gonna squish me. Squishma? Can I get squished? Can I please get squished? Can I get clipped through the floor here? We'll keep the lizards going. Okay, okay. I think it's okay. I don't know if I can get pushed through the floor, but it'd be very silly if I can. It seems like the engine is being pretty nice about it. All right, and then you can very easily jump out of here and try again if you miss this jump. Oh no, I missed the jump. We'll try again, dummy. Then you get over here, and then blah, 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 blah. Okay, piston. This one's a little bit silly. Do I want you to be able to see through this piston? Because that could be something there. Like, what if we duplicate this? We have this one be significantly smaller so that the player can't hide behind it. And then the outer one just gets a... Oh. I need to make it unique. Okay, then the outer one gets a new texture. Let's see here. Like that. How does that look? Is that weird that it does the thing it's doing? Probably, actually. I think this should be more donut. Like right now, it's a cool base, but the fire rod, of course. Yeah, get this base out of here, I think. And instead, add a CSG cylinder. That is about yay big and has way more sides than that. Okay, this part is steady. It does not wiggle around and change position all willy-nilly like. It can have a collision. It doesn't need a collision. Can add another cylinder to that with subtraction. Like that. And then this texture can be this rusty oxide we've got set up here. It's looking pretty good right there. The big thing is the cylinder's position originally was kind of against the back wall because you couldn't see the player through it. So this will be a good... Oh, it's triplanar. No. Okay, we need to fix that then. We'll fix that, but then that'll be okay. Yeah. Sorry, cat. Get in there. Squish. Okay, I think that's good. Construction robot. Okay, so this texture here, metal grate, is currently on a global triplanar. So we are going to make a second version of it that is not, so that it can actually move when the object moves. So on UV, turn off the world triplanar. And there we go. That should do it. There we go. Okay, that looks better. I wonder if we should have a big chasm below this. And maybe if this elevator should be slowed down a bit. Yeah, why not? Oh, that's why not. Because of this type of texture, you see. Okay, animation player on this. Change down to 0.5. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. And it's gonna be, so here's the problem with these CSG shapes. These CSG shapes are cool because I can do this complex geometry of like, take a block and subtract a cylinder. Cool, like it. That's easier to do than like purpose building a specific shape in Blender for this one thing. It's way better for me, for my purposes. Texturing, however, is going to be a problem because this block here is kind of special in that it has two different textures on it. One for the top and bottom surface and one for the side surfaces. CSG shapes, as far as I know, they get one texture applied to them. Maybe if we can find a way to not make that happen, then we would be in a better place. But material override, it just is what it is. And I don't see a way around that. Short of shaders or purpose-built stuff. So it's like I could do it, but I really want the side to have a different texture than the top. Helps make it visually distinct. So I guess it doesn't have to be that way on this, though. Oops, focused. So one thing I could do is resize this down on the depth of it to pretty small, 0.5, let's say, and then move it right there. And then maybe this piston block gets pushed back just a bit. And then we slap a CSG shape in here. all, it's gonna be obvious. No, we're good. We're fine. This feels very kludgy. But whatever. Nope, not that one. It's called Stained. There we go. Okay, all of that to carve a hole in the bottom of it. Subtraction, 32 sides. Uh-oh, hearing a little bit of a disturbance downstairs. It's better. It's not 100%, but it's definitely better. Here's what we do. Next. Take this cylinder. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Copy. Paste it. We're going to make kind of an interior column here. Right, you are. I mean, I would love to, like, later in the game come back and explore and, like, you see the underside of this area and you can kind of see the piston's inner workings. That could be cool. Love that. Better. Yeah. There we go. That's a lot better. The grate kind of clips through this ring, so let's see if we can shift that just a bit. Scale this ever so slightly. Too much. That's the one. All right. Wait. But now that I can see under it, now it's creating a new problem in that I can see the bottom of the cylinder. So this cylinder needs a little work next. now that solves the issue I was having earlier, where it's like, oh, if the player walks behind it, you're not really going to be able to see them anymore. It's like, well, now that at least there's more area that you can see. And that makes this jump a little bit simpler. Actually, you can just walk off even. This is now too long. Let's move this platform out a bit, such that it lines up there. And then just off screen, we'll put a little prize. You'll see it on the way in, and that's perfect. Yeah, so you'll come into the room initially. You'll see a little prize up here. Like, ooh, I want that prize. I love that prize. See it right up there, a bob. So we've got bits and bobs. You can get a bob there early in the game. There is momentum carrying over from your jump. It's a little silly, and then off you go. Ooh. Now you can walk over. If you remembered, you can grab your bob. Okay, so that's better. Next up, all these big gears, which these should really fall under decor, shouldn't they? The gears are mostly just there so you can see the shadows of them on the wall. You're not going to actually see the gears. Bob plan. And next is, this room feels really deep for what it is. That looks pretty cool. Okay, the invisible walls that block you from moving. Where is that? Invis from. Alright, stretch that way, way out. And move that way, way back. Perfect. Okay. Do I want to shave this back a bit? Because as it stands, it does feel a little bit too wide. Or too deep, I guess. You got all this room to move around, back and forth, and there's not much going on that way. Like I could reduce that a bit. All I would have to do is move the catwalks out. Let's say 3. The rotating platforms out 3. 1, 2, 3. These pipes here and here. 3. All the gears. 1, 2, 3. I guess this piston here a little bit. Dang it, no. Piston cannot. Okay, so 3 was a bad choice. Alright. Gears, move back in by 1. Catwalk. Back in by 1. Yeah, just don't want to get squished. No, pipes back in by 1. 2. Okay, that does look better. Almost. Slide that into position. So we don't need this diagonal one anymore, do we? Okay, better. Gears, those can move out a bit, because again, we just want the shadows to appear. And that leaves an area over here for secrets. What kind of secrets? Ooh, I don't know, actually. All right. Next up, this was going to be the floor here, I think. That's fine. And this was specifically meant to be an angled curve in the hallway, so that you couldn't just see forever down this path. All right. This room is looking all right. Piston looks a lot better. I used to have another pipe. I need to move that pipe out of the wall that it's stuck in right now. Maybe an enemy fight up here, wandering around. Yep, there we go. Now we got a little exit tunnel. And a little treasure. Okay, these are solid all the way around. And then a big old waterway. Can't go through. These feel like they're not quite hooked up to the wall. They are not. You and you. Plug those back a little bit further. It doesn't have to be all the way. All right. Decor. The pipe here and there is good. This is really good right here, these big ones, because they also provide some collision, which is fun. It's fun to collide with things. What else? Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's stopped. Maybe like an enemy down here would not be a bad idea. This music, I don't think I've actually shown this one in the game yet, because we didn't have it actually plugged in. This is a variant of the battle theme, specifically for the Tower of Trials. Which, I don't know if Casual is going to be able to make many different variants of just the battle theme. It would be interesting if like there's just one. If we only wind up with one variant, I'll probably use it specifically for the mini bosses in the tower. but we might wind up with like multiple variants for like different chapters of the game. That would be, I think, overkill, but would be a very cool touch that lends it a bit of, I don't know. It shows off more, just that there is more in the game. Speaking of that, I made this area a little bit brighter overall than maybe that it needs to be. Oh, you know what? Maybe some like almost like emergency lights down here. We can make a quick one in Blender. Oh yes, all major bosses will have unique boss fight music. That's already decided, and there are multiple boss fight themes already. We already have specific ideas for boss fights. At least for a couple. See, that's one that I'm gonna be holding casual to a pretty high bar, because boss fight music is kind of his shtick. It would be like a dome, but I kind of want to start it as a cylinder. Your friendship rating. Oh wait, let's not make it that. Let's make it a little bit simpler. We don't need much here. Actually, that probably is enough. Okay. Okay. And now, do I dare? I think this will work. So we're gonna do 2 materials here. With material 2 being kind of a dark gray. Let's change it to more of a brownish, like kind of a rusted gray. There is some metallicness to it. And then material 1 is going to be the light material, which is probably going to get overridden. But for now, we'll do kind of a red, very metallic. Almost a mirror. It is a mirror. Okay, and now the magic. Add modifier. What is it? What is it called? Wireframe. Add wireframe. Where's the wireframe? Where's the wireframe? Did I just delete my materials? Redo. Dang it, I lost it. Go, modifier, wireframe. why am I not seeing it here? Where's my wireframe? Oh, because it would only show up here in object mode. Okay, so the magic here. Okay, let's try from the top. So here's the magic here. Is we say, do not replace original and material offset. Boom. Now we have a very basic emergency light that we can just plop on a wall and treat that as a light source. Yeah, I think on a wall that does look the part enough. And let there be light. So it's God I'm quoting. Portal 2 was so good. Audio loops. I set these up recently specifically because we kept having issues like, the game, I want the game audio, the game music playing, but also I want just a playlist that can be running that doesn't rely on the game actually being on. So let's just make 10-minute loops of the songs that we have and then just have those shuffled. So far, it's a pretty good amount. I got 10 songs that are pretty well completed. Dapple, Blender, Emergency Light, Scenes, Create New Folder, or the back. The infrastructure zone. Loading. There we go. And now we're gonna make a new scene for that. Emergency light. Used to be significantly smaller. Now, I had the lamp recently. Did we have to do anything crazy for that? I don't actually remember. I added a collision shape. I don't know if I need one. We'll add a light here. I will make sure that this does not cast shadows. Let's see here. What is all that? Is that in here? The shadow stuff? I don't think so. No. It's somewhere. Oh, where was it? Where was it? Geometry? Geometry. Okay. So that is in the mesh itself that I have to go to for that. Geometry. Don't cast a shadow. Let the light shine through. And this light needs to be red. Definitely a reddish light. Pretty big light for now. Scenes, Chapter 0, back room, emergency light. Let's do Pascal. Or Camel All right, let's put in some light. Yeah. There it is. Just plop it up against the wall. And just set it wherever. And now we should be able to get away with significantly less light here, right? Is it world environment? Yeah, it's world environment sky, then sky, and sky, then ambient light. Yeah, it's the ambient light from the sky that's doing that. There we go. That makes it a nice bit darker. A fair bit darker. One over the door here. All right, let's check it out. Can you see the light from here? Yeah. It's quite pink in here. This needs a good sound effect. We will get that at some point. A nice grindy metal sound going back and forth. Oh, look at that nice long cat shadow and robot shadow. Especially because you get the gear shadow moving with it. That's really good. I like that. Cool. That is good. That is good. Love it. I think this room is done. It doesn't have enemies or links between zones yet, but that's fine. Call it a good one. Nice and done. I might need a little bit brighter in here. So it's a little less dim. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, I need to actually set the... Well, this isn't a must-do, but it would be nice. Set the initial location to a more reasonable spot. Just for debugging purposes. Poor cat. She can't get up. All right. And that's that. Next room. This guy right here. So that's the first room that we just made. It changed a little bit. Second room. This one right here. Which is gonna look vaguely like this. And that leads off to chapter 1. And this leads off towards the upstairs. Which means I do want to have lots of verticality, I guess, in this room that we make. That is important. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I want to put a catwalk here. Just to kind of, almost sort of just as a reminder that there will be something there. Hi, Donut. Man, I've not touched the complicated stuff, honestly. I'm just dragging in light nodes and playing around with environments. You can do kind of like the deep shader magic, but it is beyond me. Not because of Godot, but just actually we did one thing with a very basic shader. We did the laundry sway. Wow, incredible. It sways through the power of shaders. What a good use of shaders. What a good use of graphics cards in general. What a fantastic thing to use it on. I'm just gonna duplicate this whole scene to get a starting point here. There we go. Here's the new one. All right, so one thing I've noticed is I don't like the big invisible block. Can we just delete everything except for block 1? Actually, before we do that, let's break open the source control and actually save these changes to source before we start randomly deleting things in the next scene. Get rid of waters, get rid of this back wall, get rid of this, get rid of all this decor. We can copy it from other places if we need to. Get rid of all these lights. Get rid of these moving platforms. Drop the catwalks. All right, now we've got something we can work with. A fresh start. All right, now we're ready. So many possibilities. Actually, I do have an example of one of those graph-based shaders because I was just trying to figure things out and copy-pasted one off the internet. Which one was it? Not that one. I think it's one of these water shaders. But not that one or that one. Here we go. This is what graph-based shaders look like. I'm sure they're really good and powerful, but I don't know. I feel more comfortable with just actual code. I don't know. My brain just doesn't want to let me have nice things. All right. Consult the paint document. Consult the ping. Now let's pull it up in MS Paint. All right. So this is the plan here. Elevation. So mostly very ant farm. There's not a lot of three-dimensionality to it. It's basically just a 2D elevation with not much three-dimensionality to it, not much depth to it. This needs to be more. Everything to the right is fine because that's for later in the. I want you to go past this. I want you to have to go past this. We're gonna change this around. You have to come up through this way. That's it. Get rid of this. You have to come up from the bottom, which gives us more verticality. It emphasizes that we're moving up and up and up in these back corridors behind the scenes. Then maybe like a broken ladder, followed by a platforming section. Just very simple, climb the platforms to a door instead of just handing it to you. I do want to leave myself room that later in the game, when you have more movement tech, you can shortcut your way past all this. I think that's very important, is that it rewards, like, okay, yeah, you're gonna have to make this trek a few times in the game. And after a while, I want to give you some shortcuts based on new movement abilities. So that's important. We're going to keep that in mind. We're going to leave ourselves room to modify this later. Is this wide enough? So we're going to come out and then hop up. Let's give it a little bit of a. Yeah, let's give it a little bit of a walk up. Depth scale. Unlock 7. Add an extra. That should be 3. Had some floating point error there. That's fun. Everybody loves those. Okay. So the important thing here. Is that later on, at some point, you're going to come back through here. And a panel will open in the wall. Yeah, well, no, this won't be the Rat King. This is just gonna be some of his goons, some of his muscle, some rats. But yeah, this is gonna be that spot. The Rat King, I have no idea what his deal is going to be plot-wise. He's going to be very unrelated to the main plot, but he's going to be kind of a recurring problem, kind of in this behind-the-scenes zone of the infrastructure area. Do I want to make him like a crime lord? Can I give him a meh? Can I make him a gangster Rat King? Yeah, something like that. And then at some point, he's just a complication. He's just a complication. He's not like a major player, but he is recurring. And he's very comic relief. threat, but he's very mini boss threat level. Maybe he's even an optional fight completely. Like, maybe you have to deal with his little rat minions. Make him actually smaller than all the other rats. Ah, I like where your head's at here. Give him a cigar, a fancy suit. Oh no, wait! I can't give him an actual cigar because we need that rated E for everyone target feel. So he gets something that's like obviously cigar coated, but it's not a cigar. Kind of like, you know, when you got the lollipop, but it's, you know, it's meant to be a cigarette. And a big buff rat. Okay, boss. And this guy who's holding the real challenger. The classic. I do like that idea. What was I had some dialogue written for some of the little rats, and I don't remember exactly what it was that I just kept giggling at. Oh, when you beat the first little tutorial fight against a couple of rats, you send them packing, and they're like yeah, cheese it, we gotta get out of here. But they're gonna be very I need to give them like unique outfits of some sort so that you can know it's the same one. Hey, Slav. Here's what we got tonight. Is this little backrooms area? Yeah. There are lizards everywhere now. Just some very basic little platforming stuff. Can you get on like this? Could I get it to scoop me up? Oh yeah, you can. You totally can. Lizard party. And you can just jump straight over here. Yeah, jumping straight over there I'm not as worried about. This one, however, I feel like we need to not let that happen. I guess we need to give this another step down or something. It's fine. Yeah, we may work on Cat's pathfinding a little bit. Yeah, it is a very, very straightforward little jump around. Quick and easy. Is there some way I can not have all the CSG triangles show up? CSG collision shape editor gizmo does not hide. Enable collisions, a CSG node, toggle its visibility. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was reported recently. I bet this has been fixed by now. What version of Godot do I have here? 4.3. When was this fixed? This was fixed in October. I bet if I just grabbed the latest version, we'd be in shape. Yeah, I've got lots of places in mind to put some later stuff, and I want to put a little prize over here. So you go past the door, get a little prize. Maybe we'll do something behind this column, but I don't want to get crazy because the first time you're gonna be here, it's before you've even. Like, you're still in tutorial zone, basically. You've been allowed to play around in the main town, but we're gonna very much limit where you can go, so that you're basically limited to, like, you can talk to some townsfolk, you can go to the shop, and then you can get out of here, and that's about it. Like, I don't want too much exploration at the beginning. I want you to you gotta go where you gotta get the plot moving first, and then we'll open it up to you. Because otherwise it's just a little overwhelming. IMO. Oh, here we go. Is there a way to remove the blue lines from CSG shapes? Constructive shape, geometry shape. On the top of the scene, on the view, gizmos. I've never played around with these options. How do I hide gizmos? I know where it would be in some things. What is this? Am I the wrong? Oh, is it editor? Hub's coming along great. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. We messed with the lighting a bit, and that's kind of making it a little nicer. A little cozier down here. I need more piles of junk. We'll have to model some junk. Is it top right bar? No, that should be distraction-free mode. Oh. Oh, well, you know what? That's kind of nice. Never played around with that. Let's see here. I know I have done this before, like seen the multiple cameras option. Editor docs. Editor features? Probably not. No. Higher right than that. Movie Maker mode. Movie Maker mode. What's that? Oh, that's cool. You just straight up record. No. Let's see here. Godot, gizmos. Where's the menu? Where's the menu for gizmos? Show me the gizmo button. Where do I press the button? Oh, right. View. Should be on view. Aha. Gizmos. Don't show me collision shapes. Oh, well. Don't show me CSG collision shapes. Well, no, that just hides and shows. I see. I see the problem here. Oh, wait. It's fixed in 4.4. It is fixed in 4.4. When is 4.4? Let's see here. Is it 4.4 already out? Okay, it's not out yet. Dang it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, that's good to know, because I'm really enjoying CSGs. They're extremely useful, but they are extremely blue lines everywhere. So, No, it's only in the editor. Like once I actually play it, all the collision debug stuff disappears. cat should not be getting pushed like this. I don't want that to be... Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, it only shows up in the editor, not in the game. So I need a CSG right here, actually. Cat, don't do that. Let's see here. So we're gonna add a CSG box called backwall. All right. It's nice and big. Nice and thick. All directions. Use collision, yes. Textures. We're gonna use the texture oxide triplanar. Looks good, looks good. So the idea is that later in the game, after you get the plot from the city, we're going to, right here, subtraction. Maybe like this big? It's gonna be pretty big. So that is, there's gonna be like a grate here in the wall from the beginning. And then later in the game, someone's gonna burst out of that and leave an open grate for you to jump on. Which means that we need to figure out what the appropriate spot for that will be. It's not gonna look like this. Want to get this position correct. Like, what's the right spot for this? What's a fair jump? That too high. That's too high. It's gonna be thin. That feels much more doable. And then you can walk in here as well. But also, the main point is you're going to jump from there. All right. So that is... Seems good. Let's go ahead and create a static body with a mesh instance. Box mesh. Bring it on over. There it is. Put it on its rotatable hinge, the spot exactly where we're going to rotate it. Okay. Looks good. Give it a nice, great texture. Give it a great texture. No. We'll work on that. Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, we can make unique. And then we can mess with the UV all we want. How's that? Looks pretty good. And we can mess with the albedo a bit. Make it a bit more gray. It's gonna make it more brown because the original is brown. But if we add a little blue to it, one of these colors is bound to make it more gray, right? There we go. It feels greater. And I think we can. Where is it? The culling stuff. Is that? Is that in here? Details, handling shadows, billboard, transform person, resource, room, normal map, position, roughness, metallic. Transparency, cull mode. Cull back, there we go. So we don't see both parts of it. You only see whichever side is from your point of view. All right, looks good. And now we can still hinge this, and that's going to create a platform for later. Okay, mesh instance. Oh wait, mesh, create collision shape. As what is this not like? Not scaled. Something not scaled properly? You're scaled 111. You are, should be 111. Oh, you're not scaled properly. Somehow. How did that happen? Is it because you're not scaled properly? It's because you're not scaled properly, isn't it? Yep. 3, 3, and an 1/8. Okay, so reset this and change it on the mesh instead. 3, 3.125. Oh, and that helps the UV quite a bit as well. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Well, no. Let's make a unique version. We are gonna mess with it. Haha. Just a bit, though. Okay. And now we can delete this collision shape and try it again. There we go. Beautiful. So now this can swing open at the static body. Ka-ching! It's great because you see. So that'll be part of a cinematic much later. Well, not much later. What's the full path? You're gonna go. First time you go into this room, then you go into one more room, and then you're back up on the surface. And then you get a little cinematic about, oh, you gotta find the MacGuffins. I just haven't had a haircut in a really long time, and so I'm fully embracing the function over form. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. No, I'm embracing the autism and just deciding I don't care if it looks a little bit weird. So I'm just gonna grab one of my wife's hair clips and just keep. Because if you look at a VOD from like a week ago, pre-hair clip, you're gonna see every 2 minutes it's this. It's just that. Can't stand it. Am I still a little bit? It's probably like I'm not reducing the volume on the mic at all. It's more likely that I'm just not close enough to the mic. I can pull the music down a bit. We can pull the music down. We're listening to the soundtrack of the game we're making. There we go. Okay, is this culling? It's not culling. We are going to want to turn that on. And that is under transparency. There we go. Beautiful. I don't know what that is because I don't know. I just do not know things about things. All right, so you're gonna come up here. This will swing open on your second time through this area. And you will have to fight some mice. No, they're rats. They're rats. And then you can just hop across. So if we're doing that, then these need to move over a bit. That looks good. All right, let's check it out. Boom, boom. No, you collect MacGuffins. You collect MacGuffins, you fight rats. There we go. So this is the contrivance for this area. And I've been on this soapbox before. In all these RPGs where you kind of have this hub world and then lots of different zones you're going to go to throughout the game, you can't go to all the zones yet because of contrivances. Somehow the plot conspires against you to prevent you to going to certain places that are meant for later in the game. This is very good. This is a good thing to have, but sometimes it's a little arbitrary. Sometimes it's just kind of, oh, we're just, you can't go this way because there's a Snorlax in the road. It's like, okay. Weird, but okay. Thousand Year Door usually does a pretty good job because they hide the contrivance behind some kind of movement unlockable. Like, you can't even get to the pipe to chapter 4 until you get the partner from chapter 3. But what if in chapter 3 you get that partner and then you just leave chapter 3 and go back to the hub and then try to go to the chapter 4 zone? It still has to have a way of blocking you. And that is what I have started calling contrivances. Just some kind of really weird reason, doesn't have to be weird, but some kind of very clear reason of, no, you can't go to the chapter 4 town yet, even though you can physically get to the pipe under Rogueport. You cannot go to chapter 4 because of this thing. They have to have some way of blocking you off. Some event has to happen. And so I am blocking the road to chapter 1. This is going to be the path towards chapter 1. But you're going to be in this room in the prologue before chapter 1. And so the way we are stopping the player is that you're going to have an encounter with some underground denizens, some rats, in the prologue. That's going to be your tutorial for combat. And when you come back around after officially unlocking, like, okay, you are now supposed to go find chapter 1, go explore. When you come back to this point, this gate is gonna swing open and some rats are gonna burst out looking for revenge. And then you're gonna have a forced battle. And then that is going to stay open, which, hey, isn't that nice? Now there's a platform across. That's the idea. So that's the contrivance for chapter 1 that stops you from shortcutting your way. That is the one that I had in mind, Al. That is the weirdest one. Like, okay, Keelhaul Key makes sense. It's like, oh, you need a boat, and there's just no one around yet who has a boat that can take you there and is willing to take you there yet. But once it's time to go, it's like, oh, well, now there happens to be someone. That's fine. And then, yeah. Okay. Admittedly, it's really weird. It's like, oh, the pipe to Twilight Town doesn't work unless you have something, unless you're wearing something with your name written on it. And you can't get that piece of information until you are supposed to go to Twilight Town. It's like, all right, that's a little bit of a stretch, because I can talk to the guy who knows that information much earlier in the game, but he's not going to tell me until I'm specifically able as Mario to ask for that information. But, ooh, the way they lock you into that chapter. There are not a lot of chapters that lock you in Thousand Year Door. But I guess chapter 4 is the one that really does that for a while. You get to a certain point in chapter 4, Twilight Town, and you are stuck until you finish it out. And they cleverly use that exact same contrivance. Yeah, when you get here for the first time, it's just a grate in the wall. It's just a grate. Don't worry about it. Nothing crazy. But when you get here the second time, the rats will happen to be here, and they're setting up an ambush, effectively. Yeah, who do you think you are, eh? That's what they all sound like. All of them. Oh, and Cat is canonically afraid of rats. That's canon. She's not only is she a cat burglar, she's also a scaredy cat. So it all works together, you see. You see, it's all coming together. That's the voice. Yeah. No, I'm gonna make sure that they type with that their script has the proper inflection written into the words themselves. No, there's no mechanical way that presents itself. She just is. How many of her 9 lives does she have left? That is a great question. Does the Dabbleverse, does the greater Dabbleverse account for cats having multiple lives? That is a good question. We'll have to broach that subject at release. Okay, so you can get here. Is this too much room? Is this too much depth? It's probably not. This is probably fine. Yeah, she's all sorts of, she's many things. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. All follows come with a complimentary lizard party. Ba-ba-da-ba. There it goes. Enjoy this lizard party. Now it's a little bit deep, but it's not crazy. The concern is like, can you see? Can you see? I wonder if I should add some kind of like fence, basically, to line yourself up better. Or even, okay, let's see here. It'd be a long follower alert. -3.5, -3.5, and this. What if we did like this, huh? Meh, see? Meh. I think that works, because then you kind of get a little bit of a better idea of how far back you need to be. Is that a CSS animation? Yes, but... oh, the dark secrets. I've been playing around with Twitch's native alert system. That's how I did the citation thing, the little papers, please citation is also, there we go. That's also CSS animation, and that's a native Twitch alert. You just give Twitch, you just upload the image, and then you tell Twitch, hey, listen for this redemption or follow or sub or raid or whatever. And then the animation should be that you display this HTML. It automatically replaces certain things in the HTML with the raw text. And then you give it the CSS so you can do a little CSS animation. Cool, very fun. But the terrible thing is, for the lizard party, I wanted to have like a few dozen lizards running around. I just wanted to randomize their position, which in JavaScript, that is trivial. That's so easy to do. Just set them up, set their style dynamically, loop over that 60 times, and you're done. But Twitch does not give you access to any JavaScript. They only let you edit HTML and CSS. And so, the result is that my code for Lizard Party looks like this. I also found out they don't let you do inline CSS, so I had to make classes for all the different lizards, and then do all their individual CSS values there. This was generated by code. I didn't manually do this. I just set this up to loop over, pick a random number between X and Y for each of these values, round it to this much. But yeah, that's isn't that fun? Actually, this is the function. I saved a comment. But yeah, this is not something that HTML and CSS are meant to do. This is something that JavaScript is meant to do. And so when you don't have all your tools, you're going to come up with some creative solutions. So anyway, there you go. All right, so what if we do this? That gives us this little bit here. I like that much better. I like that there's more visual interest now, a little bit of depth to it. We're thinking in very simple blocks to start with. It makes it much easier to kind of wrap our head around things. Okay, so we can explore the space a bit. And the idea is that the next thing you're gonna do is you gotta get up high. You gotta start climbing. Yeah, that is good. That is good. Because there's a part of me that worries that I might actually do it. Man, I love that hub music. All right, so how do we get up high? I gotta be prepared for this area to go up pretty high. That, and then that, okay, I see. So if I set this to top level, then I can move these around. And then I can change them back from top level. Okay, that's a way I can move parents without moving their children. It's a little annoying. Break the elevator, perhaps. So later in the game, you're going to get an ability that lets you ride along tracks. Like, did you ever play Twilight Princess? Blizzard Party? It had the spinner item, was like a mid to late game thing that you got. And it kind of had these like notches in the wall. It was basically a Beyblade that you would ride around on. And all over Hyrule, for some reason, there were all these regularly spaced notches in walls everywhere. And they did a good job of making them look like they were just decorations for some stuff, but for a lot of stuff it was like, okay, my Zelda senses are tingling, that's a thing for later. But it was like this spinner like clicks into it like a gear and rides along these wall tracks. It was very silly. One of the silliest Zelda items, especially in such an otherwise serious, very serious Zelda game. We're gonna have an item like that, like an upgrade that you get that lets you plug your gear into wall tracks, but they are going to be more vertical than horizontal. So instead of riding along like a pathway, you're instead going to be riding straight up and a little bit of curves, I think, if we can figure out how to do that. All that to say, I want to make sure that after you get that, you will be able to shortcut through a lot of this climbing stuff. So I want you to have to go through this like a couple times so that maybe the third time around, you've got this new ability and you're like, oh, hey, I didn't even notice that before. I thought it was just part of the decoration. And then you can just zip on up. And it'll be fun and interesting. So that's the idea. That means we need a wall that is clear for us to work with on that. Just get that fixed a little bit. So we don't have to go very high, but we should go a little bit high. I like this. This is going to be called Opening Grate. Having some of these to walk on could be fun. Lizard party, lizard party, lizard party. Oops, not that. This. Because we can do like this, except bigger and better. I don't know. I think you can go up that sharp with an incline. Oh, gotta be careful. Make sure that we're messing with this part. It will be. It will be. I got lots of other things for later in the game to even keep it fresh and neat. Okay, just slap a few of these together. It doesn't matter that they're two separate static objects. Okay, and then we pull you up to a block of some sort. A blockety block. Oh, it's already that time. Well, guys, we did our best. GQ's on. Perfect. Get your lizards ready. Yes, GQ is on. We are going to raid him. Get your lizards ready. One last lizard party for the road. Love it. Yeah, glad to have you, Slav. TTS for hell. I don't know. It would feel weird for him to be able to receive TTS after all this time. Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for the follows. I need to filter out all these lizard party redeems because I cannot see the thank you for the follows. Thank you for the giant emotes. I don't see why he would think that. That would never happen. Next stream will be Friday. We will continue working on this little backroom route that is leading us closer and closer to the famed city, which that's going to be a big one. We're going to have to get very creative with the decor because it's almost all decor. Have a good night. See you next time. Goodbye.